let's take a look at this essay. So, first things first. Now, I commented on the introduction in the previous video, so I won't say much about that. But first things first, 262 words. Now, 250 is a minimum. That's the absolute bare requirement. Most good essays come in at about 300, because that allows you to properly develop your main ideas. If you take a look, clear, fully developed position. Where's my pen? Come on, pen. Oh, right. Clear, fully developed position. Nothing can reasonably be added to the response to improve it. So again, well-developed position. Now, it's possible you could do that in 250 or 262 words, but it's better to write a little bit more. I mean, that's only 12 sentences, maybe 13 sentences, right? If you aim for 290, 300 words, that will be fine. That'll allow you to develop your idea. So you introduce your idea, explain it, expand it, and give a good supporting example. So that's what we need to be doing there. So 262 words could be a little bit longer, but we'll see. Right, so the green issues that are becoming a widespread problem are extremely big, or are so extreme, or are so large that the chance of the improvement of the situation is small. As I mentioned before in that other video, green issues is not specifically a problem, but I would, be sure to include that. Problems, extremely big, it's responsibility of government, structure there. Okay, so not so bad so far. Firstly, now you don't need to use these markers. You don't need to use one with one hand or the other hand. Firstly, or secondly, the cohesion and coherence part says attracts no attention. Well, if you're saying firstly, secondly, thirdly, then obviously that's attracting attention. You don't need it. You could simply say, due to a massive population of people, and obviously population is of people, so you don't really need to phrase it in that way. It would be easier to tackle the problem. Well, it's problems, and what specific problems are you talking about? You haven't really said. You said some problems, but what are they? I'm kind of waiting. Once every individual takes action, there is a greater chance of eradicating such problems. So we've got problem again, problem. Okay, what problems are you talking about? I would mention it first. For example, in relation to air pollution. So I've now read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences before I finally find out what problem, or one out of the problems you're in fact talking about. Okay. For example, in relation to air pollution, when everyone substitutes public transportation for private cars, it would be highly effective since all the people attempt to have a clean environment. What does that mean? It would be highly effective since all the people attempt to have a cleaner environment. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? Private cars would be highly effective since it would take polluting cars off of the road. But still, you'd have to explain this a little bit more. Simply saying it would be highly effective how? Doesn't public transport make pollution? So you need to be spelling things out. What precisely? What exactly? Now that's the difference between a low band score of a 6 or 6.5 and a 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5. The precision, the detail. Consequently, the gravity of a situation, what situation, is no longer concerned. What is no longer a concern? No longer concerned with what you mean is no longer a concern. Since the commitment of people is more powerful than it, well, to what does the pronoun it refer? The gravity of a situation. What situation? So, you're being very, very vague here. Overgeneralizing, unclear, repetitive. I'm not, what are you talking about? It's like, I can see there's some ideas here, but they're not developed as clearly as they could be. You need to be specific, precise, as I say. There's a problem, but if we take action, we can fix the problems. Then you mention one, but you don't really say how, you simply say that it would. You're not explaining it. Okay. Secondly, the government, big organisations play a vital role in the reduction. Well, they don't though. They could, or they can, but they don't now. A vital role in the reduction of the environment. The government could impose some laws and rules, such as to force individuals to take action. How can you force individuals to take action? Isn't that making so that's making individuals, but you just said individuals. What's a state going to do to make individuals take action? But you just said that individuals, once they take action, so it's kind of circular. You're going round in a circle. You're supposed to be saying, what can the government do? Not the government can make individuals. That's not what it's asking. What can the government do? To take action to minimize the exacerbation of the problems. And again, what are you talking about? Are you talking about global warming? Or are you talking about air pollution, which you mentioned here? What problems are you talking about? For instance, when the government takes the lead and bans private cars in certain areas of the city centre, people are most likely to abide by these rules. But I thought you didn't say anything about rules in paragraph 2. You said when individuals take action. So now you're saying we have to force individuals to take action? People must have the decision to national campaign. Big organizations contribute to how? Campaigns for what? What campaigns? What contribution? What are you talking about? Too general, too vague. So local or national campaigns about what? Big organizations such as whom? What contribution to preserve the planet by doing what? That essentially it tells me and the reader nothing. So, to conclude, responsibility for conservation of land ought to be shared issued constructively. Okay, that's good, but it's missing your main ideas. You have to restate your main ideas. We need I need a sentence or two, well, a single sentence. Therefore, by individuals of a government, blah, 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 they will do, okay, and that would take it up to about 300 words, and that would be fine. But the problem here, it's too vague. You're not telling me anything. Some people can do something somewhere, somehow. First you say individual takes action, then you say the government should make individuals take action, but it's still individuals taking action. So how is that the same thing? The logic is circular. It's going round and round. So let's have a look. Task response. I would say 6 is quite fair for task response. Insufficiently developed. Some supporting arguments may be inadequate. Simply saying somebody should do this without explaining why is not an argument. It's simply a statement. Cohesion, coherence, not too bad. Yeah, clear central topic. Logical, clear progression. That's not something that always be clear. No, I think cohesion, coherence, as far as it goes, is good. Terms of vocabulary. Restricted range. No, there's not much inaccuracy, not much in appropriacy. Let's have a look at the vocab. problem in my destruction, extremely. Yeah, we've got some collocations that don't quite work. What's the population of people? Some phrases don't quite work out. Problem with eradicating such problems, and you've got problem. Problems. I think the vocab's not too bad. It's not too bad. Less common items occasionally. I would probably give it a 7. And the grammar's good, so I would give that a 7. So I give it 7776. 2127. So let me see what we've got. So 27 divided by 4, 675, and we round it down, so it would be 6. So you might get 6.5 for that, mainly because it's too general. It's too vague. It's not precise enough. If you want to get a higher score, you need to watch your task achievement. That's the main thing here. That's the thing that is pulling this essay down. A lack of precision, lack of focus. What are you talking about exactly? If you can work on that, you will be fine. Okay?